Hey guys, so I'm editing the video and I had to export the entire video because my computer was crashing, so I exported it, what I had edited already, so I can put more footage, and I thought everything was gonna be great and fine. No, it turns out the sound, like the music that I was supposed to have for the silent parts, which was me reading, yeah, that messed up. So I already deleted all that other footage, so what's edited is the only thing I have with the music. So the music is gonna be in some parts too, like while I'm talking. The good thing is that the music is low, so I just have to go back and add it to the parts I'm reading, because those parts ended up silent. So if you hear music while I'm speaking, yeah, that's because my computer decided to be an asshole. So that's my little disclaimer. Sorry guys. Hey vlog! Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, as you can read by this title, it is the part 2 to the Caraval / Once Upon a Broken Heart universe reading vlog. And in today's reading vlog, it's time to jump into Once Upon a Broken Heart and time to read more about Jax and finally meet Evangeline, who I've been hearing so much about on like Bookstagram and everywhere. I literally don't stop hearing her name. I don't stop seeing like fan arts on like people's stories when I'm just like scrolling through. I'm like, okay, I need to read about their love story, because spoilers for Caraval right now, because in Caraval it said that Jax's true love is Tella, and now I'm like, so then where does Evangeline fit into this picture? And I'm very intrigued. I need to know who she is. I need to learn more about her, and I need to learn more about Jax's story, because I miss him and I love my baby so much. So I have all 3 books of the Caraval series right here, and we are going to start reading because I miss this world. Let's read the synopsis together for Once Upon a Broken Heart. How far would you go for happily ever after? Evangeline Fox has always believed in true love and happy endings, until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Oh, okay. Desperate to stop the wedding, Evangeline strikes the deal with the charismatic immortal Prince of Hearts. But she soon discovers that bargaining with the Prince of Hearts is a dangerous game. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. Oh. An explosively rich fairy tale that takes place inside an intricate world that's weaved with fast-paced plot and intriguing twists. I'm so excited, guys. You guys have no idea how badly I miss Jax and how much I have been wanting to get back into this world ever since I finished Caraval. But I took a little break so I didn't burn out. So I edited that video, posted that video, and read Love Light Farms. And now it is finally time to jump back into the world that is Caraval Once Upon a Broken Heart. So excited to step back into my Stephanie Garber era that I started. Jax. I miss Jax. This is my favorite fan art of Jax. It's by Beth Gilbert. This is like one of my favorite ones. She's insane. Just like the Caraval series, this is going to be a full vlog, full thoughts, full review, meaning there will be spoilers. If you have not read Once Upon a Broken Heart, save this video, come back when you're done. If you don't plan on reading it, or if you've already read it, hi, welcome to this chaotic reading vlog, because all my reading vlogs are chaotic because I am a very overdramatic person and I'm very like animated, so I think that's fun. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday. I didn't read much of Once Upon a Broken Heart because I had been awake for 24 hours prior. So here we are. It is now 9:34 a.m. We are going to spend the entire Saturday in bed just reading, you know, chilling, playing music, and vibing. Damn. So the deal she made with Jax was that I'll stop the wedding for 3 kisses. Like, she has to kiss 3 people. And just so she could be with him, and she's like, okay, but you can't kill anybody at the wedding. And he's like, okay. He turned everybody into stone. I'm now on chapter 7. I read this much so far, and I'm already loving this one more than Caraval. Like, I loved Caraval, but this is something like different. In the first 50 pages, I'm like, my baby. They turned into stone. And then Evangeline drank from the cup and turned herself into stone to save everybody else. and she was stoned for 6 weeks, and in those 6 weeks is when the Week of Terror happened, so that's when the fates were released. So contents of finale, that takes place in here. So like the timelines are coinciding with each other. Because at first I was like, oh, they're maybe like the Caraval characters are like so much more older than Evangeline. But no, they're not. They're not older than Evangeline. They are around the same age. Jax still kept his promise even after the fates were all, like, they made the fates run away after everything that went down in finale. So now all of the fates are gone. Jax is gone, but he kept his word. So her stepsister and the love of her life tried to marry 4 weeks after. So while she was still stoned, they tried to get married again. And she's like, damn, so he never really did love me. He was just an unfaithful piece of shit. He got mauled by a wolf, and now they just can't get married. And the sister thinks she's cursed, and everybody's like happy that Evangeline is back. Like, they're hugging her and they're thanking her. They're calling her a hero. She's gonna be featured in like a newspaper article and all that good stuff. And right now she just got a note from Luke saying, meet me the Curiosity Shop first thing after sunrise. So that's where I'm at. She's 16 years old. Okay, cool. Oh, wrong, 17. I'm dumb. I read that wrong. So after she came back from being turned to stone, her like stepmom is selling her like a brood mare. What a fake bitch. Oh, and she closed down her dad's shop. Fake bitch. My poor baby Evangeline. I just want to hug her. I love her so much already. Accepting applications for her hand in marriage? Like, she doesn't even want to be married. Not some of the suitors being the age of her dad. That's disgusting. Evangeline is so real for that. She said, I'm not a statue anymore, but I'm still cursed, and anyone I kiss will turn to stone. And that'll have them running. Okay, so Evangeline is now in the north. Like I said, she went to the ball, whatever. Jax was like all up on her to make her seem desirable, and the prince got jealous. So then they're finally eating, and then the prince wants to meet her, and Jax takes her up to him, and he's like, you have to kiss him by the end of the party or else he'll die. So the meeting's not going well, and then she kisses him, and then like it's like a hungry kiss, and then Jax pulls her away, and she's like, what just happened? Because I've never felt a kiss like that. And the prince was left standing there like, what just happened? And now she's a wild card apparently. So that's where I'm at. Okay, update on where I'm at in the book. I'm on chapter 22, which is page 160. So about like, not halfway, but like maybe 40% of the way in. So Evangeline kissed the prince, and now the day after they went to the ball and he proposed to her. She's marrying the prince. And she said, yes, of course. And then so she goes back to the inn where her and Marisol are staying, and they're sleeping. And when she wakes up, she hears like a loud banging, and the prince comes and he's like, my heart, are you hurt? Like, and she's like, no, nobody's trying to harm me. He's like, okay. Because in the newspaper, it printed that some of the women were like pissed that he chose her and that there was still time left for him to choose somebody else, like, you know, kill her. So he moved her into his house, and that's where she is now. And that is where I'm at. And at the ball, Jax danced with her sister. So that happened too. But I'm gonna keep reading. I'm loving this book so much more than the Caraval series, and I love Caraval. But this is just insane. Okay, why do I feel like the prince is under a spell, and that's why he asked her to marry him, like a spell from Jax's blood, like when they kissed. And that makes me a little sad, because all she wants is to be cared for and wanted, and like that's what it is. But I'm like, damn, what if it's like all part of a spell from Jax? Because that's honestly something his fat ass would do. I'm like, the prince is nice and cute, and I'm like, but damn, he's showing a little too much like adoration. Like, he's like, you know, I get it, you're in love or whatever, but I don't know about that one, dude. That's what I'm saying. Exactly what it says right here. Something is not as it should be, because it's not. There's like something's off. I love that in this book we get like a little like newspaper articles. I think it's really cute. This man got a tattoo of Evangeline's name, like a heart on his chest with Evangeline's name. This man is definitely cursed. Like, there's no way. Okay, so now Evangeline's like, because she just read the article, and And in the article they're saying, oh my gosh, it's like he's like bewitched with her, like he's so in love with her. Well, because to me, I'm like, yeah, because homie is like, actually, I think he's cursed. I think Jax cursed us. And now Evangeline is saying the same thing. She's like, damn, he's bewitched. Because there's no way. His feelings are way too much, like too extreme. There's just no way. I don't think there is, at least. Yes, exactly what this says right here. Okay, so she says, they felt more like an obsession, hungry and outrageous, and if she were being entirely honest, a little unsettling, like the work of a spell or a curse or a fate, like Jax. She's about to meet with Jax. He calls her Little Fox, and I can't. I took a 2-hour nap. Oops. I was gonna keep reading, but I felt really tired. I even put an alarm for 1 hour. But yeah. I'm now on chapter 29. So Evangeline and Jax went to a castle. They were at the Fortuna matriarch, I think that was her name. And Jax had Evangeline kiss the lady on the cheek. So she kisses the older woman on the cheek, and she becomes really pleasant, and he's like, can we see the vault? And the lady's like, yeah, sure. So they go to the vault, and Evangeline is like, I want to know what he's after. So she goes, she plays along. Asks the lady, tries to see what Jax is looking at, if something catches his eye. And she's like, what are you looking for? And then he's like, ask her if we can see the stones. So she asks her, and the spell breaks, and she's like, it's you. You're the one who will open the Valerie Arch. She says, you will know her because she will be crowned in rose gold. She will be both peasant and princess. Evangeline's well like, I'm crowned in rose gold, my hair is rose gold, and I'm a peasant right now, but if I marry the prince in 2 days, I will be a princess. And she tells Jax, she's like, what is it? Like, what's inside? Why does she think I'm gonna break it? And he refuses to tell her, and he's like being mean. And then he lies. He was talking about broken hearts, and she said, are you still talking about my heartbreak or yours? And he goes, you're getting better at the meanness, little fox, but you have to have a working heart for it to break. I do not. And I wrote on the little sides in the margin, I put, liar, tell him made yours work. Now I look like I'm about halfway. I think I could finish tonight, possibly, if I kept reading. I'm about to start chapter 31. It's the day of the wedding, and the spell is gonna break soon. Apollo won't be infatuated and loved and obsessed with her anymore. It's time, and I'm really nervous. I want to know how different he acts if the spell doesn't break. I want to know what's behind the Valerie Arch. I want to know about the Valors. There are so many questions and so many things that I really want to know. Wow, that was a lot of brillies. So we're going to keep reading. Starting with the Daily Rumor. Damn, okay, so they just got married. And I'm scared that the spell is about to break. Gosh. Okay, so now that they're married, like the vows have just been sealed, they kissed, and she's like waiting for the other shoe to drop, basically. And he's still acting the same, if not more in love with her than he was before. So now I'm like, is he pretending because it's the wedding? And he's like, okay, I'm gonna act like this, and then when we get inside of the castle, we're gonna have it out. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. For real, why isn't he falling out of love with her? Like, did Jax lie just to scare the shit out of her? Why would he lie about that? Oh my gosh, okay. So Jax is not at the wedding because she doesn't see him, and now she's dancing with Apollo, and she's like, do you feel any differently? He's like, of course I do, like I just married you, my love. And so they're having their first dance, and then somebody steps in, and he's like he held power, that you could tell in the way he walked and stuff. I think that's his brother, TBH. Oh yeah, see? Hello, brother, the stranger said. Wait, what? What is going on? Apollo stopped dancing and quickly hid her behind his back. Do you think I'm going to tell her? Tell her what? Wait, what? Hold the phone. Apollo, what the? I'm so confused right now. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, okay. She's gonna dance with the brother. I feel like he's gonna tell her something, and now I'm nervous. Where also, oh, I'm supposed to say, where's my chapstick? Here it is. Okay. So She's like asking him like, why'd you leave when me and Apollo got engaged? And he's like, damn, you're bold. And she's like, well, what else were you expecting? They were dancing, whatever, and then he's like, thanks for the dance, like, I'll tell you next time I see you, I don't want to spoil your day. Interesting. So she found Jax after the wedding reception. Well, the wedding reception lasted till dawn, but her husband was like, I don't want to spend the whole night here, like, let's sneak away to the wedding suite. And she's like, yeah, and then she like made him promises because she has to find Jax and break the spell before this guy had gone way too far. So she finds him, and she's like, next time I make a deal with a fate, it won't be with you, it'll be with somebody that has like humor, like Poison. And he's like, don't say that, that's not a joke. And then she's like, I didn't think you cared. And he's like, I don't, but you still owe me one more kiss, and until I collect it, you're mine, and I do not like to share. The possessiveness. And then she's like, I didn't know, if I didn't know you any better, I'd say you sounded jealous. He's like, of course I'm jealous, I'm a fate. Oh my goodness. Okay, so curse is about to break, or the spell, whatever, is about to break once she kisses him, and I'm so nervous for her. I actually don't want this to happen because she's loved, and yeah, it may be fake, but it's better to be fake loved than not loved at all. Damn, I'm bad. I have issues. I just don't think she should break his spell. Okay, the battery is like low, so I'm gonna say this fast. So she kisses the prince, whatever, breaks the spell, he dies, and now she's like crying, but it's like so much crying, like literally puddles of tears at her feet as she's crying. And Jax is like, I think you've been poisoned by another fate, like somebody poisoned you because this isn't my doing, and your kisses never made him fall in or out of love with you. I willed it to happen, like I just wanted to mess with you, that's why. So another fate is messing with her, and I have to charge the camera battery. Lala is a fate. One of the girls that went to, like, you know, get the princess hand in marriage or whatever, she was a fate. She's the one that poisoned Evangeline, and she poisoned Apollo. You're fucking me. You have got to be lying to me. Let me keep reading. I need to know which fate she is. Hold on, guys. I'm blushing. Can Jax stop? Can he stop right now? I can't with them. I cannot. I'm in love with him. He's unhinged and psycho, and I'm in love with him. I shouldn't, but I am. And here we are. And he looked murderous when he saw what she was wearing. I can't. And he also didn't let her go. After she was poisoned, the girl's like, you have to hold her for 24 hours for the next day for her to get better or else she'll die. And he did that. He held her. I can't do this. He held her. But they're gonna go see Chaos, which is another fate, but he's also a vampire, and he was not trapped in the cards. The guy, the head soldier or the main guard for Apollo is Chaos. He's the fate. He's the vampire fate. I'm here to fix my mistake. Chaos is not the head guard. He is actually just another guard that she saw and told her not to roam this area of the street, and she was like, okay, she took his advice. I was wrong. I was confusing Halfcroft, whatever, the main guard, with Chaos. So let's ignore that I ever said that. Now I'm just so, like, there are just so many things going on that just has me keep questioning, and I'm like, damn, I did not see that coming. Like, I keep getting shit thrown at me, and I'm like, things that I knew, I in fact did not know. This is the same feeling I had when I read Caravallo. I was like, I know it. No, I was wrong. So, damn, I did not know he was a vampire. Shit. This is, I'm obsessed. I love when he calls her little fox. So Chaos is wearing a helm, and it protects people from him biting them. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, Chaos is about to bring up Donatella. Like, he called her Diana. Like, Chaos has like a bunch of chairs with like shackles and like manacles. And Jack's like, really? These are getting to be a bit much. You might want to reconsider how you entertain your guests if you have to chain them all up. I'm surprised you're so judgmental, said Chaos. I heard about what you did with that princess. What was her name? Diana? I have no idea who you're talking about. Liar! Liar! You know exactly who. No way. Oh my gosh. So they're at Chaos's house, and she just witnessed that, like, humans wanting to be vampires, so they put them in cages, and whoever gets out of the cage and feeds will turn into a vampire, right? They're called changelings at this point. And they didn't get any of the information they were looking for, so they were about to leave. So they're leaving, they're walking, and they have to walk by cages full of changelings, and they're all like, let me out and I'll turn you to this, let me out, whatever. And then she hears one that says, Ava, is that you? Luke. Oh my gosh. Like, I love her, but she's dumb. She really gave him a sword, and he like broke out, and now like, I'm not gonna bite you, I swear. Oh shit. Damn, Jax killed him. Honestly, purr. As he should. My favorite unhinged king. Oh, he's not dead, okay. Because he's a vampire, he's gonna come back since he had Jax's blood. No way! Luke bit Jax with the venom. Not just to feed off him. He bit him and injected vampire venom into him, and now he's a changeling, and he's looking at Evangeline like, ah! Damn, now homie is gonna be immortal. Shit. That's what I'm saying. What if she is that key? Purr. Me and Evangeline are thinking the same thoughts right now. Can he not? Can he not? He was locked in the cage, whatever. The gate, whatever, wherever he was. And she asked him to recall the story with Tella. He tells her everything, and then she proceeds to tell him one about Luke, and then he tells her, he's like, if he actually would have loved you, one, he would have taken your place of stone, and two, the spell would have been broken. And she's like, you're mean, like Donatella did this, like stabbed you, like because you probably deserved it. And he's like, you sound jealous. And she's like, oh, because somebody got to stab you? Yeah, I'm jealous. He drops the dagger, and he's like, prove it. And so then he breaks the lock. And he's like directly in front of her, telling her, he's like, don't you want to stab me? Jax. Okay, so Evangeline is now at Wolf House. The guards took Evangeline to Tiberius's room, and he's questioning her, and she put like the truth serum there, and he's about to throw it out, but it worked its magic and he drank it. And she tells him, the last time I saw you said that when we meet again you'd tell me why you had disappeared. I left after my brother and I fought about you. I told him you weren't the savior everyone claimed. I told him you'd be the death of him. Why would you think that? All that matters is that I was right. And then she's like, no, I didn't do this. I didn't kill your brother. And he goes, I know. I've known it the whole time. So we're gonna get my reaction to see. I think he killed him, but who knows? We're about to find out. Oh my gosh, he killed his brother. He confessed because of the truth serum. Damn. Good morning, vlog. So, we finished this amazing book last night. I finished it in an entire day. This book was beautiful. I loved this book so much. I gave it 5 stars. It deserves 5 stars forever. I love Evangeline. I love Jax, but Evangeline can be a little dense. But it's fine, because honestly, I probably would be too. On to the next book. Let's read the synopsis together. Not every love is meant to be. After Jax, the Prince of Hearts, betrays her, Evangeline Fox swears she'll never trust him again. Now that she's discovered her own magic, Evangeline believes she can use it to restore the chance at the happily ever after that Jax stole away. But when a terrifying new curse is revealed, Evangeline finds herself entering a tenuous partnership with the Prince of Hearts again. Only this time the rules have changed. Jax isn't the only force Evangeline needs to be wary of. In fact, he might be the only one she can trust, despite her desire to despise him. Instead of a love spell wreaking havoc on Evangeline's life, a murderous spell has been cast. Bro, what? To break it, Evangeline and Jax will have to do battle with old friends, new foes, and magic that plays with heads and hearts. Evangeline has always trusted her heart, but this time she's not sure she can. Purr. Okay. Okay. We are at page 105, so we're gonna do the first 100 pages little update. Whoa. First of all, already in the first 100 pages, the plot is plotting. Evangeline has told herself she's not going to trust Jax anymore. No matter what, they're not going to work together. So she's trying to find a cure for Apollo because he's in this like suspended state. And so she goes to open the library door because she's like, my blood can open any door. So she goes to open this door, and then the librarian's like, I knew you could open the door. And she's like, what do you mean? And then he just like disappears. And he tells her this as she opens the Valley Arch. She unlocks it, like she didn't know that that was the Valley Arch, so she opens it to see if she can find a cure for Apollo. She opens it, she looks up at the stones, there's 4 stones missing, and she sees the inscription about the prophecy, and she's like, oh shit. So she's like, I better leave before Jax comes back, because Jax was there in the library with her when she was about to open the door, and then she sent him off. She's like, I have to go before he figures out that I unlocked it and that all I need is the stones. And she finds out that there is an heir, somebody else that has come to take Apollo's place because his brother is in the dungeons. Apollo is dead. Nobody knows that he's alive other than like Evangeline and like the people really closest to him who were his guards. So she meets the new heir, Lucien, but it's actually Luke. She's like, what are you doing here? And then he tries biting her, and then she like leaves. So they're like walking out, and she's like, I can't do this, guys. Like I can't do this. Like I'm over it. And the personal guard tells her, he's like, oh, we need you, it's urgent. And she's like, I just need time for myself. I can't take any more bad news, guys. So she walks out, and as she's walking out, she hears like clops. Like she hears a horse just going, and it's Apollo. Apollo is riding the horse like he's alive, he's breathing, he's like, you know, animated. And she's like, what? And he's like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And then he tries to kill her. Like he literally grabs a bow and arrow, and he's like trying to kill her. So I understand the little arrow now. So he's over here trying to kill her, and Jax is like, run, and so she's running, and then the arrow hits her in the thigh, and it's like this whole thing, and I'm just like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. So then Jax comes, he saves her, he takes her to Chaos's dungeon, or his home, whatever you want to call it. They save her, but the only way to save her and heal her quickly is with vampire blood. So they feed her vampire blood, and so she's a changeling. She's not fully a vampire until, you know, she feeds off of somebody. So she's just there chilling, and then she really wants to lick Jax's neck. I'm like, oh, but she doesn't. And so then Chaos is holding her hand, so like she doesn't try to escape, and so she bites her lip to draw blood, puts it to the bar, and she's like, please open. And the bars like fall all around her, but Chaos grabs her, pins her to the bed, and he holds her there all night until she becomes human. And she's leaving, and she hears again the horse, and it's Apollo, and he's like, Evangeline, if you're there, like, please run, I don't want to do this. He's like, there's a spell that compels me to hunt you, like her favorite fairy tale, The Ballad of the Archer and the Fox. So now she's like, oh shit. And Jax is like, we gotta go, like, you gotta go. And so she's going. Then he finally catches up to her, and he's like, you're gonna have to jump off the cliff. And she's like, I can't swim. He's like, well then hold on. And then they jump together, and that's where I left off. But that is the first 100 pages of The Ballad of Never After so far. Oh my gosh, I love this book. I know I look so different from the last time you guys saw me. I totally forgot to mention. I just went out to a little family dinner, a little family get together. That's why I look like this. All pretty and makeup-y and hair blown out. That's probably gone down, but it's fine. Let's read. Y'all, my parents brought me some sushi, so we're gonna eat sushi. Yes, this is my favorite sushi roll. Good morning vlog. I ended up not reading last night because I was so exhausted, and I value my sleep. So it is now 8:30 a.m. and we will. I read one chapter. I read chapter 19. And that was it. But now we are going to see if we can finish this book. Okay, new theory. So when Evangeline looked at the picture that Jax was in, it had Castor Valor, someone from Marywood, and then somebody that she was like, okay, this is the Archer from the Ballad of the Archer and the Fox. So as they're going in the carriage, she thinks that Jax is Castor Valor, and now I have a feeling that he's also Castor Valor, or like he has to be. I have a feeling that he's either Castor Valor or he's Lyric Merrowwood. I don't know if he would be the Archer. He's definitely one of them. And I feel like if he was Castor Valor, then it would like obviously give a reason to why he wants to open the arch so bad, because he knows what's behind there, you know? I'm very intrigued. Like, I have to, I think I know, but then I'm like, what? Because my theories in Caraval were really bad. They were not that good. Like, I had good theories, they just never came to light. So, let's keep reading. It is now 9:24, and we are on page 193. I call that progress. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. So now that they're at Slaughterwood House for Lala's engagement, she is placed in a room and Jax is placed in a different wing, and Jax is like, no, I need to be placed like next to her because people are trying to kill her. Guys, oh my goodness. Okay, so Lala's like, I'm sorry, nothing has changed since you came here last week. There's still nothing I can do. He goes, you can try. And she's like, you know there's no cure. And he goes, you can try to find one. She could die. And Lala says, you won't let her. He's infatuated with her. He's obsessed with her. I don't know if he's in love with her because he only has one true love, and that's Tella. But now I'm like, interesting. Interesting, you know? Like, how is he? How? I just, merp. Okay, then Lala asks, how close are you to finding the stones? Jax goes, we need 3. And then very softly, Lala says, I hope you brought enough apples. What the fuck do his apples represent? I need to know this. Like, my brain needs to know why this man is always eating damn apples. Like, he's definitely either from the Merrowwood house or from House Valor, because they so they went up to Lala and her fiance and they're like introducing themselves, talking to Lala, and Lala says, this is Lord Jax, and Robin goes, Lord Jax, which house are you from? And he goes, I'm from a very old house. Everyone in my family died a long time ago. And now I'm like, House Valor or House Merrowwood, fool? And if you are Lyric from House Merrowwood, then that would explain your heart, because you went after Aurora, fool. The theories are theorizing. Okay, she senses that another stone is near because she feels very, very jealous, and people will hold on to their youth. It could also bring about jealousy. Okay, so Evangeline, I don't think I've updated. So Evangeline is at Slaughterwood House, and she thinks she found the Mirth Stone, and she thinks it's buried with Glendora Slaughterwood. So she's going down to find her casket, and as she's going down there, she feels like she hears somebody, and so she's like, okay, there's no one there. So she's like walking, and then Luke appears, her first love, who's now a vampire, and he's like, need a hand? Like, fool, what are you doing here? He wants her to stay away from Petra, and I'm like, why? Why? Petra has pink hair. She has rose gold hair, just like Evangeline. She's the first key, or she is a key. What the fuck? My brain is just, what? She was wearing a wig. Evangeline like pulls her hair, and it's a wig. And under the wig is rose gold hair, just like hers. What the heck is going on? Petra has the youth stone, which is why she still looks young, because she told Evangeline that she's been coming to the party since before Evangeline was born. killed her. Evangeline stabbed her in the chest. Honestly, perg. What is going on? So she's in her room. Jax told her to pack a bag because they're leaving. And so he's gonna deal with the body. She goes to her room. She doesn't even know what to do. She's like in shock. Luke comes in and then she feels pain on her back. And I have a feeling that Apollo is hurt. So that's making her feel hurt. Oh my gosh, Jax. He is so fine right now. He said, "Look at me, vampire boy, and listen very carefully or Evangeline will die. You need to go and find Chaos fast." And Luke goes, "Oh, he's not very happy with me right now. I was supposed to stay away from a bit." "I don't care. Evangeline dies tonight unless you tell Chaos to find Apollo, get him out of danger, and make sure his wounds are healed. Can you do that?" "Yes." "Then why are you still here?" I love him. Goodbye. Goodbye. Evangeline. Jack's slow voice sounded distant, but he must have been there because she could feel him. She could feel the cool of his arm sliding gently under her legs and carefully under her neck as he cradled her to his chest. It hurts, Jax. I know, love. I'm gonna take you somewhere safe. Oh my gosh. He's everything to me. Somebody sedate me. Oh, died dead. Okay. So Evangeline thinks she figured it out, and honestly it makes a lot of sense. So, because she thinks back to all the times that she's talked to Jax, like he's never said that he wants to open the arch. So she's thinking like, what does he want then? And it strikes her like that as she watches her cup turn into something else, the same color as the stone. She's like, Jax wants all 4 stones. Like that's his goal. That's what she thinks his goal is. And I honestly, I agree. I think that's what his goal is. I think he just wants all the stones. But now it's like, why does he want the stones? Good morning. It is 8:50. I have been reading. So, update. Okay, so she's with Chaos and they opened the Valerie Arch. Chaos went inside and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can find something to heal Jax's curse. So she goes in there and she's like creeping and she sees a door that's slightly open. She's about to open it all the way, but then she sees that Chaos is inside. So she just lingers watching, you know? And she sees that the Valors are in there. That's what was hidden inside of the arch, is the Valors. And she's like, well, it makes sense, like, why Chaos wants the helm off, you know? Like, they put it on, they could take it off because they made him, whatever. Because he was the monster that they made. And so the queen goes, is that really you? Castor? Chaos is the sun. Chaos is Castor. Valor. What the frick? Hey guys, we're finally gonna start the Ballad of Never After. Lies. We're finally gonna start A Curse for True Love. Sorry, I said the Ballad of Never After because this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive and it says the Ballad of the Archer and the Fox. So I was getting confused. Oh my gosh, she's just beautiful. A Curse for True Love. For anyone who's ever hoped for a second chance. The map again, insane. Oh hell no. What a fucking liar! He said, Evangeline asked, how did I come here? How did we meet? Why don't I remember you? And this fucking liar says, your memories were stolen by someone who's been trying to tear us apart. Fucking liar! You're a fucking liar! You took her memories, you fucking asshole! Oh, what the heck? It's like a dual POV type of thing. Because I didn't even realize that when the first chapter said Evangeline's name, for some reason my brain didn't click. And then I saw the second chapter says Evangeline's name, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm like looking, and I'm like, okay, it says Apollo's name, Evangeline. I'm like, is it just Evangeline and Apollo? You're telling me I'm not getting Jack's point of view in this? Like, how could you? I am! Yes! I don't know when, but I saw that I am. And that's what's important to me. Is Jax being with Evangeline. Good morning, guys. So last night I read the first 4 chapters of A Curse for True Love, and I'm actually gonna fight this man. I hate him so much. Like, I can't believe he did that to her, and I'm like waiting. I need Jax to appear and I need him to save her because there's no way. So we're gonna continue on with chapter 5. She finally saw. I was waiting for her to see the scars on her wrist with the little broken hearts that Jax put there when they first met. She finally saw them, and I'm like, yes. This is gonna lead her down a rabbit hole of who did that to me, you know? Okay, so I don't know when I last updated you guys, but I'm now just finished chapter 11 and Jax is back in the picture. When I tell you guys I missed Jax, I missed him more than anything. Like, I was reading the first couple pages without him. So Evangeline she got a note from her tutor and she was gonna go meet her tutor. And as she was going to meet her tutor, she meets her in the spot. She's like, if you get there a little early, make a wish. She's like, oh my gosh, maybe she wants to tell me something without the guard seeing, because on her way to that garden area, it was very foggy. So she goes in and then somebody pushes her into the well and Jax saves her. But he's like there one moment and then he's gone the next. And she thinks that he's an angel, doesn't tell anybody that she was saved by him. She just says that she fell. She doesn't tell anybody that she was pushed either. And then she's sleeping and he's watching her sleep and then he's like, get dressed, like, I need your help. What a fucking bitch. Okay, so you know how Evangeline was like thrown into the well? Well, he tells his like main guard comes and he's like, what news do you have about the attack on Princess Evangeline? And he says the princess tutor continues to maintain that she's innocent. Madame Boss swears she never sent the princess a letter to lure her out to the well. She claims the guards are lying. And then Apollo says Victor, Hansel, and the tutor are all probably working together. But it was too late now. It had been too late ever since he'd told Victor and Hansel to give Evangeline the falsified note from the tutor to pretend to lose her in the gardens and then to push her in the well. But Evangeline had given him no choice. He's literally giving Tamlin vibes, and it's ugh. He gave me the Lady Boner. Evangeline finds out that Archer, who is Jax, and right now she's with him and he's trying to jog her memory. And look at this like page that I just annotated. Let me see, focus, there we go. He called her Little Fox and then the name did something to her and now she's remembering. And my friend's like, ooh girl, that chapter. And I'm like, what do you mean? So now I have to like read the rest. And you guys are gonna see my reaction to this chapter that I'm very, very terrified of reading now. The one bed trope. Yes, the one bed trope. So they're out of the cursed forest where Evangeline went to go find Apollo to tell her that Archer was Jax. And so she got lost, somebody else tried to kill her, and so then Jax found her, tied her to a rope with him, and they're going walking. They're out of the forest and it's raining and she's soaked and everything is soaked, and then it says she sees an inn and it says, Ye Old Brick Inn at the end of the forest for wayward travelers and adventurers. Beneath the sign was another swaying sign that contained the word vacancy. And then hooked beneath that was an even smaller sign that read, one bed. I love the one bed trope. If done correctly, the one bed trope is such a good trope. I don't want Apollo's fucking POV. I don't like him. Apollo wants to be immortal so he can actually have a chance like at fighting Jax. But I'm like, Jax isn't immortal anymore. He's ageless according to Finale, but he is not immortal. You kill him, he's dead. I finished the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy.
And I finished my reading goal with A Curse for True Love, which is awesome. Like, I feel like I couldn't have ended off my reading goal of this year on a better note other than this series, because it is my new Roman Empire, and Jax is literally my best friend. Him and Evangeline together forever, and they are both my besties and literally my children. Like, I will literally fight anybody that decides to be shitting on them. So yeah, let's get into it with my thoughts and what I feel. My babies, I literally need the other alternative covers. The UK covers are so gorgeous. I need them, and these books are just so pretty. I don't understand the covers, if I'm being honest. Like, they're cute, but I don't get it. I don't get it, but you know, that's fine. So let's start with Once Upon a Broken Heart, which was the introduction to this series, even though we had the main character, Jax, who was introduced in the Caraval series, but we got to meet a new character, which was Evangeline, my pretty rose gold haired girl, literally my princess forever, and I annotated all 3 of these books. It was so fun to read. I love Jax so much. This book was so good. I gave it a 4.5 stars because, yeah, literally self-explanatory. You guys saw everything that needed to be said, and it was just so good. This was my favorite of the series, highlighting The Ballad of Never After, my favorite from the series. It literally, like, demolished everything. The tension was there. Everything was there. And the fact that they didn't kiss till the last book, thank you. Like, I love the tension, everything about it. It ate so hard. Oh my gosh. My favorite part was this one. This one, it's like literally like it's open to that part because I was literally dying to this part, was when she was telling Jax it hurts, like when she was getting the backlashings, and she's like, it hurts, Jax, and he goes, I know, love, I'm gonna take you somewhere safe. Literally died dead. There are just so many moments in these like books where I actually was considering jumping off of very tall somethings. Yeah, that one was 5 stars. Literally, there's no question about it, no debate. 5 stars for The Ballad of Never After, my baby. And now the last book, because I just finished it, so let's get into what I feel for this last book. I loved it. It was very entertaining, very much had me feeling all the feels. I felt a lot of anger, a lot of happiness. The tension was eating. I literally loved it. The fact that she lost her memories. Oh my gosh. Me hating Apollo was everything. I hated him. Clearly, we could see there was like so many times in this book where I annotated, choke, die, get the hell out. Like, he was just making me so mad. The ending, oh my gosh, like he literally died. Thank God, I was waiting for that to happen. But I did not think it was going to be because of the tree. I honestly thought Evangeline was going to die. But apparently he loved himself more than Evangeline. And honestly, that was honestly the greatest death ever. They could have like had Jax kill him and pummel him to death. I would have been happier with that, but get it, I guess. I gave this one a 4.5 stars. I feel like if I would have read it in like a day or 2, I probably would have rated it a 5 stars, but since it took me longer to read because I had to go to work, it was not 5 stars, but it was a 4.5 because I really did enjoy it. But if you guys have read this series, please in the comments let me know your thoughts. Tell me everything. I want to know what everybody's feeling, the ratings that you gave these books, how you feel about them. I want to give a shout out and personal thank you to Estefania for literally introducing and posting about these books, which made me get introduced to the Caraval Once Upon a Broken Heart universe. Starting with Caraval was the best decision I've ever made. I will literally, if you want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, you better put the damn book down and open up Caraval, because that is the best introduction you could ever get to Once Upon a Broken Heart and Jax. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed another chaotic reading vlog from me, please give it a like. Please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below which part was your favorite. I think mine was a little run where I'm like, oh my gosh! I had so many of those runs, but yeah, so let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!